Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. My name's Em. If you don't know, now you know. We've got Kendall here.
Yay! Insert the
yay! Ken has wanted to be on the podcast since it started, but I started it like a week after you moved across the country and left me forever and never spoke to me ever again.
Yeah. We don't talk about that. I begged her. She didn't ask me, I begged her, so.
Yeah. We don't have an actual plan because...
We never do.
Why would we? So I found a bunch of questions and debate topics and stuff on Pinterest. So that's what we're going to talk about.
Yay! I live in Vancouver now, so you're also going to have to do the count of how many times I say like. Because that's just the culture.
You said that before you ever moved.
No, but now it's bad.
Now it's bad.
Because that's
like, cunty.
Cunt. I say it all the time. But that's not Vancouver, that's just because I have gay friends.
That's just gay friends. That's because I have gay friends now. We grew up in a small town in Saskatchewan.
There was not many to pick from, okay?
No. We just spent the last, basically 12 hours since she got here trying to memorize Noah Kahan lyrics.
Yes.
Because she's going to the concert and she doesn't know.
I got a free ticket to the concert, which you can't turn down. I only know Stick Season, so I'm such a fake fan. I literally, the 3-hour drive up here, the whole time I've been here, memorizing songs.
Yeah.
Just so I can fit in.
But you're doing not bad.
I'm doing pretty good. My brain's a sponge, so.
Right.
And that's why I didn't go to university.
Because she's just so good at learning that it just would have been too easy.
Yeah, wasted money, honestly.
I mean, I did go to university and it was a waste of money, so.
Exactly.
If everything in your house had to be one color, what color would you choose?
You know what I immediately think of is the green lady on TikTok. And
I forgot she existed.
I follow her and I love her so much. Would I choose green? No. Because I just about said white.
I was gonna say.
But then I'm like, that's purgatory.
Yeah, I feel like it would look like a hospital. Because you can have like a gray house. Like people have fully gray houses, but there's like dimension.
Yeah,
if everything had to be
shades?
like no.
But I feel like I can.
Okay, shades, yeah, but there's no shades of white. Then it's gray. You know. Unless you just
white
classify
shade,
like the whole
white
spectrum.
Okay, I'm just thinking like what would make me not have crazy anxiety all the time, every single time I walked into the house.
Nothing. I feel like walking into a house that is solely even different shades of the same color.
I'm gonna say brown.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Call me boring.
Because because beige would count as brown.
There's so many.
There's
the
so
brown
many
spectrum. So that's my answer. Is
okay.
That your answer too?
Yeah, probably. I feel like that's the only correct answer.
Or I could be silly and say, like, pink.
You don't even like pink that much.
No, but if I was ever, like, that crazy to paint my entire house a color...
That's true. I feel like it's those people, like... There's nobody that just, like, casually likes purple, for example. Like, if somebody's favorite color is purple...
It's their entire
personality is purple.
And, like, my favorite color isn't brown.
No, but it's the most acceptable
So, logical
to, like,
answer, brown. My actual answer is pink.
Okay.
Because Barbie Dream House.
Would you rather have unlimited sushi for life or unlimited tacos for life? Tacos is the only right answer.
Because I only like white girl sushi, aka cooked sushi.
I've had sushi once, and
With me.
I picked out all the teriyaki beef in the middle because I didn't like anything else that was in it, and there was nothing in it.
We went to sushi. I was like, this is my favorite sushi place. And I'm a California roll girl through and through. And I was like, you need to get something. So I ordered her the one thing I thought she would maybe like, teriyaki chicken roll.
I liked the teriyaki.
She took one bite, could barely swallow this, and then just picked the teriyaki chicken out of the middle.
Texture issues.
Well, clearly. That was so funny. And then didn't eat her. And sushi is not cheap. And she ate like literally 3 pieces. And so we never went back. But
yeah. So tacos is the right answer.
Oh, chicken tacos are like...
That would be your favorite taco? Is a chicken taco?
Recently, yeah.
Okay.
I grew up on a cattle farm, beef tacos all the time.
You used to make fun of me for ordering steak at restaurants.
Yes.
We'd like go out to eat and I would get a steak and she's like, why'd you order a steak? And she would order like a pasta.
Yes. Because
I didn't eat steak all the time growing up. You had an overabundance of steak.
I did, and yeah, I'm still iron deficient. Somebody tell me why that's happening.
Maybe your body was just like, let's just get rid of all the fucking iron that this girl is putting into us. That's why the iron transfusions didn't work.
Just infuse a steak into me.
Ooh, yeah. Like the grease.
Because I also need meat on my bones, too.
Okay, good.
I would use all parts of the steak.
You truly would.
The fat, the iron, the blood. My blood cell count's terrible as well.
We're just gonna, like, grind down a steak. Just in the IV.
I just thought of, like, blending up a... We need to move on.
If you had a warning label, what would yours say?
I could say for you what your warning label would be.
Oh, God.
I could say... I feel like you know, though. Like, it's not, like...
Oh, probably.
But maybe I'm a bitch and I shouldn't say
No, what is it?
I would say that you, like, are an introverted extrovert.
Oh, yeah.
Like, but, like, hardcore.
Like, unhealthy.
It's like, I want to be an extrovert until I don't.
Yeah.
And then when I don't, like...
And, like, it very much depends on the people. Like, if I'm with certain people, then I can handle it. But other people, I'm like, I can spend 5 minutes with you.
You still have, like, a time limit, though. And then if you're out...
I'm done.
And you're
I need
done,
to leave.
like, you have to go.
I have, like,
she will Houdini us, like... Or is it Houdini?
Irish goodbye.
Irish goodbye.
I just disappear.
She will Irish goodbye us so hard. And it's like, oh, and I know where Emily went. Like, she's home.
She's already at home. She's had a shower and she's in bed.
I've actually had people majorly concerned, like, we need to go find her. I'm like, guys, don't worry.
She's already home.
And then they're saying I'm a bad friend. I'm like, no, I know exactly where she is. She's in her fucking bed right now. So that's your warning label.
Okay, she doesn't have time for you.
Yeah.
She's overly busy, and if you fit somebody into your schedule, good for them, because...
I just think that I value my time and other people's time so much. Like, the fact that someone's made time for me, I'm like, thank you so much. Because, like, life's crazy.
Oh, 100%.
And then, but when I bring people into my life and they don't value mine, I'm like...
Yeah, because how are you gonna, like, take advantage of the fact that I set aside time? Like, when you make plans with somebody and they either, like, don't show up, or they're so late, or they leave, like, I'm like, I cut out this time for you, and you are just gonna not...
And that's in general. That's at work, too, like, when I taught dance.
Yeah.
And it was, like, people showing up late, or not showing up at all and not telling me. I'm like...
Like, I'm literally dedicating this time for you, and you can't even...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just kind of, like, set that boundary now. It's like, I will make time for you. It makes me sound so bad.
No, it does. I think there's a difference between, like, you... It's not like you don't want to make time for people. You're just very specific on...
Who I make time for.
Who you make time for.
Yeah.
And how much time they get.
Yeah. But when people, like, come into my life and they're like, oh, like, if they wanted to, they would. I'm like, yes, but... I don't want to.
I don't want to. Well, if somebody, like, does you dirty and they're not going to be appreciative of the time that you set aside, why are you going to do it again?
Yeah. Or
like,
if you just, like,
point.
If you just, like, walk into my life and the next day is like, you didn't Snapchat me all day.
Oh, shut up. Stop.
Okay.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to, and I don't feel like I need to set aside my entire day.
No, and there's other things that I was doing.
Yeah.
That I felt
were more important than you.
It sounds so bad, but it's so true.
I think it sounds bad to people who are very immature and don't understand that.
But at the same time, I'm an attention whore.
No, yeah. But
so call me a hypocrite. I'm an attention whore to the people that, like, I feel like I value their time. We've kind of come to this agreement. We value each other's time.
Yeah.
Therefore, we are good friends.
But, like, once that ends, once that's no longer the situation...
No, I wouldn't ask attention from someone who I don't give attention to.
No.
So I feel like that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, solid. For your birthday, would you rather go somewhere or get something? Go somewhere.
Go somewhere, 100%. I feel like I'm at the phase of my life where experiences over, like, tangible things.
I also don't like getting presents.
No, it's
one of the most uncomfortable things ever.
But I love giving presents.
Yeah, you do.
I love it. I'm so good at it, too.
You are.
I love giving people gifts, but also recently, the past couple Christmases, I've been gifting experiences.
Yeah, you got me a tattoo gift certificate.
Yeah.
I haven't used it yet, but I do intend on using it.
Yeah. Well, don't rush it.
I won't.
And I got my mom plane tickets to Vancouver. I bought someone a concert.
Yeah, I feel like you can still give people presents, but it doesn't have to be like, here's this physical object that's going to take up space in your house and in your life. And instead you can be like, hey, here's, I don't know, I paid for your hotel here. Yeah. Or we're going to this you know.
Because that's what everyone wants. And
and nobody needs clutter.
No object is going to, like, feel like a vacation. Everyone just wants to, like, remove themselves mentally. Nothing I give you can do that.
No.
You have to, like, go somewhere. Hawaii.
You really want to go to Hawaii.
So bad. And the people who I talk to, I have a PSA right now. If you have ever been to Hawaii, don't you ever tell anyone, yeah, it's underrated.
Yeah, no, shut up.
Shut up. Like,
yeah.
That's only because you've been.
If you could trade places with a famous person for a day, what's the first thing you'd do? Who would it be? And what's the first thing you would do?
Okay, so Britney Spears. And I would trade places with Britney Spears, and I would literally come out and shove everyone under the bus.
Okay, but are you now her for the day, or are you yourself?
No, I'm
conscious?
her.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I'm her,
okay,
and
you're just fully...
I'm, like, saying everything that needs to be said.
Amanda Bynes.
Yes.
100%, because I don't know that she'll ever come out.
But then I would, like, leave their body, and then they'd have to deal with the consequences of that, so now
but that's fine.
No, now I feel bad.
But now people know. People need to know.
True. If I could stay Britney Spears, then I would do that.
Okay.
I would just go and be like, I would take the hit. She's been through enough.
She has been through enough.
I just watched her documentary the other day, and I'm, like, shook by it. So.
Yeah. If you could date anyone living or dead, who would it be?
I'm actually drawing a blank on that.
Yeah, everyone's a little shady. There's so many people that you would find out, like...
Here's the thing. I would
You'd also have to sign an NDA. I don't know how I'd
Yes.
feel about, like, having to sign an NDA to be with someone.
I would...
Because you know they're making, like...
Never want to date a famous person, ever.
No, because now you're just, like, wrapped up in that. You'd be, like, simultaneously, everybody would now care about who you are, but then you'd have the other half of people that are like, who the fuck is this? And why does she think that she's important?
Yeah, that is, like, number one way to get online bullied, is start dating a famous person.
And you're not, a relevant person.
So answer is, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't. How long would you last in a zombie apocalypse?
0 days.
You would off yourself.
0 days. Or...
You'd either, like...
I would either... like, be the first one dead or the last one alive.
No, you know what would happen?
Which is even worse, almost.
Somebody else would tell you that you wouldn't survive, and then you just make it your mission to live,
so then
to outlive everybody, just to say, like, hey, fuck you to this person, because you told me that I wasn't good enough to survive this.
And then I'd live,
and then you'd be like,
oh, fuck.
There's nobody else, and then you'd kill yourself.
But I would do it the way that I do video games. Anytime I ever played a video game, I hide in the best spot you can think of.
And then nobody finds you, and then everybody else just...
I would rather die first in that case.
Yeah.
But if anyone was ever like, yeah, Kendall's done, I'd be like, fuck you.
Fuck you. I am now winning.
Because I want to see what's going on.
You'd get the memo. We'd get, like, a text. It was like, hey, zombie apocalypse has started.
I'm literally always the last one to find out. So I would be like, I'm going to the grocery store. And then I'd walk outside and die. Because no one told me.
You'd, like, walk to your car, dead.
Yes, because no one told me.
That would be like The Purge. Imagine if The Purge was real. You wouldn't know. And then you'd be, like, walking home from the studio, and somebody would come off you. Somebody would, like, fly to Vancouver on purpose. Just like, okay, so if The Purge ever happens...
Please let me know.
Please, somebody...
Somebody let me know.
I will try to give you the memo.
My Instagram is public. Please DM me.
I'll link it in the show notes.
And I'd respond like, LOL.
You'd respond 12 hours later, and you'd be like, question mark?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'd already be dead. I'd be dead by the time you responded to my text.
You know what'd be so funny is, like, I didn't know, and then I was, like, because some people are so, like, worried and scared that they almost do stupider things.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I'm, like, not prepared at all. My door's fully unlocked. Nothing happens to me.
You're just, like...
Come outside the next day,
in your bed
everyone's dead. I'm like, what happened? So maybe no one telling me things is an okay thing, because then I, like, don't overthink more than I already do.
Would you rather have overly large hands or very small feet?
I already have
small feet.
Very small feet. And your hands are fucking ridiculous small, too.
They're not that bad.
I have small hands, and yours are, like, way smaller than mine.
My appendages, is that the right word? I think so.
Yeah.
Look like American Girl dolls. Like, they're just short and stubby. My feet look like fucking 2x4s. Like, they're just...
What size are your feet, actually?
Like a 6.
See, mine are smaller than yours. Mine are 5.5.
Yeah.
So small. Wait, was it small feet or small hands?
Overly large hands or overly small feet.
Oh, small feet.
Yeah.
No one wants big hands. Well.
Some people do.
Personally,
me, myself, and I, smaller feet. If you could trade places with your mom or your dad for 24 hours, who would you pick and what would you do?
My mom, because my dad's job is just, like, literally playing cow shit all day. My mom wants to build a house so bad.
Oh, so like, you could just, like,
bad.
Make the executive decision.
So I would just use her financials.
And build a house.
And just start building the house.
Sign all of the contracts in one day.
Yeah, because she wants to so bad, but she, like...
won't commit
is hesitant to.
Yeah.
So I would just, like... I would take the leap for her.
Okay.
And then she could just blame it on me. She'd be like, fuck, like, Kendall, like...
Why'd she do this? But, like, we already signed everything, secretly she's so, like, we might as well just do it. I would go to the gym as my dad.
Oh my god, because he's so ripped.
He is, like... That's what I would do, is I would switch bodies with my dad and then go to the gym and be able to squat like 700 pounds.
You'd pick up the weights you do now and you'd be like tossing it in the air.
No, literally. When we go to the gym together and my like top set is not even his warm up. That's what I would do.
That's a good one.
I would go to the gym as my dad and bench like 400 pounds.
That's a really good one.
What is one of the things you would put on your bucket list? I don't know. I've never written like an actual...
No, and I want to.
Yeah.
I so badly want to do when people travel to different countries and go to the different schools and, like, I don't know exactly what it is. Like, they'll go to the schools in Africa and, like, do you know what I'm talking about?
Like, they teach there?
I don't know if they teach or it's definitely volunteer.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll just do that. I know a girl who went to Africa and she's in Indonesia right now.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And just go to a bunch of different places and do that. I think that would be so good. I don't really know exactly how to do that, but I think it would be worth it.
Yeah. Or even just, like, a long-ass backpack. Well, I want to live in a van. So I guess that's one of my bucket list things. So I want to live in a van before I'm, like, 25. Mm-hmm. I'm running out of time.
How old are you?
21.
Running out of time! You're fine. You're good.
So maybe live in a van.
You can't say anything other than that because if you don't say something cool, then it makes you look bad. Because I just said I wanted to volunteer for children in need.
Okay, yeah, I also want to volunteer for children in need, obviously.
I actually mean it,
I was gonna say, you actually would, like, do it.
You don't love children.
No.
You would volunteer for others.
I would volunteer for, like, yeah. I just don't love children.
No, that's okay.
I'm trying.
I'm trying.
What's your favorite hobby? This is a reoccurring topic on the podcast that I don't have any hobbies that I actually do.
So, like, my obvious hobby or, like, something...
I feel like dance isn't your hobby.
Because dance was my hobby and now it's more of like a career.
Your career.
So that ruined that for me. I love to watercolor paint.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm so bad at it, but I think it's so cute. And
it is cute.
I like making little cards.
You could do, like, little, not like postcards, but I guess kind of like postcards.
Well, it kind of is because I don't fold them. I only do the one side.
Yeah.
And then I haven't given them to anybody yet, but I have intentions to.
Okay. So watercolor paint.
I like to watercolor paint. You have opportunities for hobbies.
Oh, 100%. I just don't commit to the hobbies.
Like, I like to sing and I want to, like, be cutesy and play the guitar, too. And the fact that you just have a guitar sitting there, I'm like...
Yeah. I do actually want to try. I was, like, doing okay last spring and summer, and then the fall happened, and...
I'm gonna make you take lessons with me.
Okay. Are you a night owl or a morning person?
Neither. I sleep all the fucking time, and I can't stop. And it's a struggle.
She's got narcolepsy and also insomnia at the same time.
I have so many things. And I just can't stop sleeping, ever.
All the time.
And I can, if I set my alarm, I can be up at any hour. But if
there's no alarm,
I can sleep at any hour.
Yeah.
I could literally fall asleep. Like, I used to host at a restaurant. I could fall asleep standing up.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You don't classify as either.
I love early mornings because I like to be productive.
I was gonna say, I feel like in the summer...
Oh, I'll get up at the
wake up early.
Because I want to do as much as possible.
Yeah. Winter is
That's a write-off for anyone, though.
Yeah, I don't think anybody genuinely enjoys waking up early when it's pitch black until, like, 10 a.m. What's your dream job? I don't have a dream job. I don't know what I want to do with my future. I want to live in a van.
Yeah.
I want to live in a van. I'll have a podcast. We'll have a band.
All I can say is whatever my job is, I want it to be something that I can have a little bit of freedom. I don't want my career to be my personality.
No. Which, I mean, some people want that, and that's totally fine. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine, like, my only thing... Like, I can't imagine the only thing I enjoy in life being my job.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, not wanting to travel and not wanting to do anything else. Because I'm so hyper-focused. Like, I have no intention of, like, working.
Something of being my own boss.
I feel like there's like, a line you have to walk between have your own business / be your own boss and also, like, still have stability for when everything kind of blows up and everybody is now their, you know? Like, I feel like every market is very saturated in terms of people, like, starting businesses.
Yeah.
So it's just, you gotta find, like, a
I feel like,
that...
I do feel like now more than ever, people are like, I don't want my job to be my personality. I want to have a home life, my, like, work-life balance. People are more focused on that now. And it's really impossible if you have a...
like, corporate
9
to 5 that's actually, like, a 9 to 6, and, yeah.
And you still are working at home when you get home.
Yeah.
I just want to be a hippie.
Honestly, yeah. I've, like, reverted into the weird hippie granola lifestyle, and I'm like, I kind of just want to go live in a forest and not have to,
I literally have tried to convince this woman so many times to move to Hawaii with me, and she...
Oh, you tried to convince me once to go to Hawaii, and then we were going to move to Australia, and then we realized that Australia is
really expensive.
A little bit too bougie, apparently.
Also, we've never been there.
No, we've never gone anywhere together.
No.
We've had one, like, trip. We went to Calgary once.
Oh, it was terrible.
It was so bad. Like, it was good, but it was so bad.
This is exactly how it went. Hey, I'm bored. Do you want to drive to Calgary? How long is the drive?
It was more so, she called me, hey, I'm packing my suitcase. We're going to Calgary together. Like, get your shit ready. I'll be there in 3 hours. It's then a 7-hour drive to Calgary. We went on family day Monday.
And I'm like, we're going to go to bars.
Because it was right after she turned 18, so we could go to a bar.
And I was just freshly single, too, I'm pretty sure.
And apparently the bars in Alberta are not open during the week.
Yeah, what the fuck is that about?
It was, but yeah, that's like the one, we've been friends for what, like 4 years?
Time.
Yeah.
No. We became friends when I was in grade 10. You were in grade 11. That's more than 4 years, no?
Not really no. More so grade 12.
When you were in grade 12.
When I was in grade 12. You were grade 10.
That was 4 years ago.
Yeah. 2019, but I would say, like, 2020 is when we, like...
Okay, true.
So we've been friends for 4 years, and we don't see each other very much, and we don't do anything. We should just move to, like, New Zealand. I feel like it's a little bit cheaper Australia. What is one thing you're deeply proud of in your life?
Oh, don't ever ask me anything.
I know.
About me having to say something good about myself. I'm proud of what I'm doing right now.
I was gonna say, I feel like you have a lot of shit that is really fucking cool.
I would say I'm proud of, like, this whole, like, dance thing that I'm doing in Vancouver is, like, not anything I ever thought I'd be able to do. When I found out I got into this program, we were driving
home from Calgary.
Yes.
And she opens the email and she's, like, going to pay her power bill. Starts screaming. We have to pull over, and she's, like, I'm sobbing, crying as we're calling her mom in the car.
I was sobbing so hard.
It was really fucking cool.
It is really cool. I still am like, I feel like they made a mistake.
If you can only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
If nutrition was, like, not in the picture and I could survive off of anything.
Nerds clusters.
Well, yeah. Or watermelon.
Oh.
But it always has to be in season.
Yeah.
I fucking love watermelon, but it's literally water, so that's, like, not realistic at all.
Yeah.
Okay, a meat? If I had to pick any meat, I'd pick chicken.
I was gonna say chicken. And, like, chicken thighs, specifically, which you would not.
No, breast.
I don't like chicken breast.
What is there not to like about a chicken breast?
They're not good. What? You also probably don't like them that much.
Chicken breasts?
Yeah.
Well, that's the part of the chicken I would eat. Like,
Not
give
like
me
a chicken
give me a KFC bucket, and I'm like, breasts only. There's the most meat, I feel. When there's the bone involved, the breast has the most meat.
Okay, but I don't like white meat on chicken, so...
That's the best one. I'm such a child. I'm like, white bread, white meat.
No. Yes to white bread.
Okay, well.
Not to chicken breast.
I just don't know why. Are you just trying to be different right now?
No. What do you think I eat every day? Chicken thighs.
Why not chicken breasts?
Because I don't like them.
What about them do you not like?
I feel like they just... Sometimes they taste like stringy. You know?
No.
I don't know, actually. No, sometimes they're just... I feel like they're so easy to dry out. So then they taste...
So you're a bad cook and you're blaming it on the chicken breast?
Yes. Obviously. Oh my god.
Who's the better cook? We should play that shoe game that they play at weddings.
I feel like that would start a fight.
Yeah, because
we'd be fighting.
Because I can't take no for an answer. Like, even this chicken thing, I'm like, we're talking about this after.
And we will. Oh, we had this question before. What are some of the weird things you do because of your anxiety? Besides learn the entire discography of a concert 24 hours before the concert because she doesn't want to show up and not know the words.
Yeah.
That.
Okay, so I have anxious tics.
At one point, we were making lists in our phones of all of the weird shit that we did.
Because it was bad.
Yeah, there was a couple of years there that we were not doing too great.
Some crazy things. My biggest one, when we had that conversation, the thing that made me, like, I brought it up to her.
Yeah.
And I was like, is this weird? And it was that I would wait inside my car or whatever business or store I was in, and if I could see the walk sign at, like, a crosswalk.
Yeah.
And I would wait in the business or in my car until it said walk.
So that she didn't have to, like, stop at the corner.
And stand there and have the cars look at me. And then if I was, like, a good distance from the crosswalk, I would time it. So it would be, like, let's say it's at 5. As soon as it's hit 5 on the countdown, then I'd leave the business. So by the time I got there, it would say walk and I could go.
Yeah.
I feel like I still am that way. But I have, like, less people in my life. Because, for example, that was, like, high school era for me.
Yeah.
And there was people that I didn't enjoy being around that I still had to be around, and I knew that they were, like, I thought that they were noticing these things about me.
Yeah, and they definitely weren't, but that doesn't, like, go through your head.
Or they
were.
Because if someone one time brought up the fact that, or my pale skin, if someone ever brought that up at all in a conversation, I would think about that every single time I have a conversation with them.
Yeah.
And so, like, the teeth thing, if someone ever's like, oh, your teeth are, like, not white. Now every time I talk to you, I'm like this.
Yeah.
Or your smile's weird. I'm like this. You know what I mean? But now I'm like, if I don't want to be around someone, I don't have to.
Yeah, I feel like it's easier to just like, hey, you said this fucked up thing. I'm just not gonna associate with you anymore. Because why do you feel the need to say stuff like, you know?
Mm-hmm. If you have my anxious thoughts racing,
we're done. Like, I don't want to be around you.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm a Gemini.
Two-faced bitch.
I don't want to hear about it, okay? I'm a Gemini, and I was talking to my singing
I'm a Virgo. People don't like me any better than they like you.
Okay,
so
but I was...
Also, we shouldn't get along.
I was talking to my singing teacher, and I'm like, why does everyone... Because she was so into horoscopes. She's like, why does everyone hate Geminis? People think they're two-faced, but it's actually, like, they just want everyone to be happy, so they will change the way they act to suit the other person.
Yeah, like, I feel like you kind of morph... Not as much anymore, but you used to, like, morph your personality into, like, whatever that person... Like, whatever version the person you were talking to wanted you to be.
Yeah.
That's who you would be with them, because then they weren't gonna, like, call you out.
Yeah.
Or, like...
But it's honestly, it's more of a problem for me now, not in the ways that I feel like I have to change for people. I still do, like, unconsciously.
Yeah.
But it's more...
I think everybody does. Yeah. Slightly.
But it's more now that I don't know, like, what type of people I genuinely enjoy being around. I don't know, like...
Me neither.
I don't have, like, an identity when it comes to, like, the music I like.
Nope.
Speaking of anxious things, if I get into I have probably 30 playlists of different types of genres.
I forgot. No, and then at one point it was literally, like, every single playlist was, like, designed for the different people that you would be around, so that if somebody asked you to play music,
they would enjoy the music I was playing.
Even though it wasn't music that you necessarily liked, but there was an entire playlist that, like, fit that vibe of music, so that they weren't, like, judging
I still do. I still have, like,
in the car.
30 playlists, and it's pretty bad. It got to the point where, like, I would go to parties, and everyone would want me to play music, because I have such great music, but they all thought that my music was the music they liked.
And it's not.
So then I took all of them and combined them
into one playlist.
So that at parties, everyone had a song that they liked.
And like, every group had music that fit the type of music that they listened to.
Yep. And
this was fully, like, nobody ever said anything. Like, nobody ever was like, oh, you have, like, a weird taste in... This was just, like, an unconscious thing of, like, I obviously need to have music for everybody to like.
Because I want them to like what they're listening to.
Yeah.
Like, that was literally
I think you're also just a people pleaser.
Very bad.
Because heaven forbid someone, like, be in your car and not like...
Yeah.
The music that... You don't even listen to music.
No, I don't, because I dance to music all the time, so I just don't find the need... Like, when I'm not in the studio, I just want to, like...
Yeah, we'll be driving somewhere in her car, no music playing, for, like, the 40-minute drive. Neither of us, like, realize that there's no music playing, but then we'll get to wherever we're going, and she's like, we weren't playing music at all. I was like, nope, dead silent. The quietest car ride ever.
I also am starting to think it's because my brain is so freaking loud
that you don't need music,
notice that there's
just
silence.
Constant noise.
Yeah. So anyways,
that's an undiagnosed ADHD.
So my identity, I don't, like, know what kind of music I like.
No.
Like, the music I genuinely like.
Or even, like, movies.
I don't. If someone asked me my favorite movie, I couldn't tell you.
I don't have a favorite movie.
Because I pick movies based on what the other people want to watch.
Yeah. So, in other words, no decisions are ever made when we're together, because, heaven forbid, we have to pick where we're eating, what we're listening to, what we're watching, where we're going.
Thing. And that answer, and it depends on who asks me. If I'm with someone who I know likes, like, if someone's like, where do you want to go to eat? And I know that they like steak, I'm gonna say, like, Mr. Mike's, or I'm gonna say, you know.
Yeah, like, somewhere that they can get a steak, even though you don't want one. Don't worry, guys. Kendall is moving either here or somewhere close to here in the summer. So I feel like you'll get lots of Kendall and Emily podcasts.
I'm just gonna, like, whittle my way into this, honestly, into this podcast.
Do it, because sometimes
we're gonna rebrand the whole thing.
Valid. We gotta think of a new name. Okay, so eventually there will be another rebrand, and you'll have 2 hosts. And so your new what?
I don't know what I was saying.
You were gonna say something.
Oh, my new word is kind. So if someone's like, why did that happen, or why would you do that? Oh, because they're kind. Because I'm kind.
Okay.
Why do you think you did that? Because I'm kind.
Yeah. I feel like that's
or you're so kind.
You're so kind. Where do you see yourself in a year? You'll be in school.
Yeah, I see myself getting educated somehow.
Yeah.
I just, like, know I want to live on a cutesy little lake house.
So you'll live in a lake house, and then I'll buy a van, and I'll come live on your property in a van.
Yeah.
Okay, cute.
I think in a year, I'll be in hair school. Like, I want to cut
I was gonna
hair.
say, I feel like you'll be, like, fully in school by then.
Yeah.
Which will be cute.
What about you? You don't want to go back to school.
I don't know. I think eventually I'll go back to school. I don't know what for, though, because as much, like, I loved what I was studying, but I don't want to work in that. Like, if I could just go to school and, like, study what I was studying, and that was, like, if I could do that for the rest of my life, I'd be totally fine with that. I don't really want to work in it, you know?
Yeah, so you like the learning part.
Yeah.
That is so odd, because...
Like, I have always said, if I had endless amounts of money, I would just go to school for the rest of my life, and I would just take, like, every type of degree from every school that I could get into. Because I think it's so, like, I love going to school. I think the issue is that
You're like 1 in a million queen.
I know. I think the issue is that I wanted to go to med school, and if Canadian med schools were different right now, that would probably still be the plan.
Yeah.
But now, because of the way that and I don't want to go international, I don't want to go to med school anymore. So I'm like, well, my degree, like, would have been a good degree if I wanted to, like, go work in a lab or something, but that's not what I want to spend the rest of my life doing.
I recently started watching The Bachelor.
Ooh, yeah?
And I think you should do that.
be on The Bachelor?
Yes.
I don't like men.
No, but I think you'd make it through the whole way.
Okay.
Because I see, like, I'm sitting on the couch, I'm like, see, this is all a game, right?
Yeah.
And they're playing it wrong.
Yeah.
I'm like, you wouldn't even have to try, because you would play hard to get, and he'd love that.
But in reality, it's not me, like, playing it. It's not like I'm like, oh, I want you to, like, chase me. I don't want you to chase me. I don't want this situation.
Because we're going to Spain and the Bahamas and all these places.
And then I win.
And then you win.
Okay, so
you're married. You had no work to put into it. He chased you.
He chased me. Okay, so
I know. I was watching
the next season of The Bachelor.
I was watching
when I'm on it.
Yeah, I was watching The Bachelor. I'm like, Emily needs to be on this show because she would win.
Honestly, I think it would be so fun to be on like some random like Netflix reality show or something.
Love is Blind.
Oh, see, like, yeah. It would be fun, but I feel like the issue, I feel like a lot of my conversation with people is, like, very dictated by my body language. And sometimes people don't know that I'm, like, being funny or trying to make a joke.
Yeah, I've been told recently that I have a very dry sense of humor.
Yeah.
And not everyone gets it, apparently.
No, that's my issue with, like, texting people, too, is if you're texting somebody and I'll make something that in my head, very obviously a joke and is, like, a funny... haha, like, I'm gonna make this little dig at you that's actually, like, fully lighthearted and funny.
And then their feelings are hurt.
And they take it serious, and then suddenly
and then you have to backpedal somehow.
Yeah, and you have to, like, make this explanation of, like, no, it was literally a joke.
But then they don't believe you.
Yeah. So Love is Blind would be hard, because I feel like, unless you can see somebody's facial expressions.
Have you watched you haven't watched the new Love is Blind?
I haven't watched the new one.
I think his name's Matthew.
Mm-hmm.
You need to watch it, and you, like, I think you would piss yourself at this man.
Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do in a year from now. Is I'm gonna find some random like reality show or The Bachelor to be on. Dude, could you imagine? I fucking get a letter in the mail and they're like, "Hey, you got accepted." I'm like, Kendall here.
Yeah.
Honestly, no, it would be fun. We'll be happy and content in a year.
Yes.
Kendall will have her twins. I'll be a very fun auntie to twins. She's
not having a kid.
She's not actually pregnant.
I'm not pregnant. You can't be saying that.
There's gonna be a post on Facebook of like, did you know Kendall moved to Vancouver and this bitch got knocked up?
I'm not pregnant. I just want kids really bad. That's it.
What's the first feature you notice about someone?
Their teeth.
Yeah. I think that's why you're insecure about your teeth, because you assume that everybody else sees your teeth first.
Yes. You know, the reason I know that I've had many people tell me the first thing they notice when they look at me is my lips.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know what I notice about you when I look at you.
I have, like, multiple people have said my lips, so now I just assume that's, like, a universal thing. So then if I know that their eye line's already there, they're also going to catch a glimpse of my teeth, too.
That's true.
I also, and this might just be because I'm a dancer, their body posture.
I was going to say, like, the demeanor that they're holding, like, the way that they're carrying themselves.
Mm-hmm. Like, when people are standing, like, if people naturally have that, like, this in their shoulders, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Well, there's multiple people, and they, like, just, like...
You like, just, like, very like rounded and slouched.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think just the way that people...
hold themselves.
Yeah. Or, like, if you walk into a room and somebody's, like, having a conversation with somebody else, the way that they're interacting with other people. Mm-hmm. Like, if they're either, like, holding, like, super small in themselves, or if they act like they take up space, you know?
And I do notice if you look at me in the eyes or not when you're speaking to me.
Yeah. But then I don't like making eye contact with people when I'm talking.
See, I kind of do, only because it makes them so uncomfortable. And I'm like...
yeah, it depends on the vibe of the conversation.
I want to see...
If I'm trying to, like, not even intimidate, but if I'm trying to, like, make an impression on someone... then I will look you in the eyes. But, like, a normal day-to-day conversation, please don't make direct eye contact with me. Because
no.
I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah, true.
Okay, yeah.
Did you answer?
I didn't give, like, a physical one.
What was a non-physical? Their aura?
Actually, yeah, I see the color that or around. No, but, like... I meant I said their demeanor, but I feel like actual, like...
eyes.
Honestly, yeah, probably. I know that's what people say when they see me, because my eyes are weird.
What?
Well, they're just a weird color.
Oh, well, they're cool. They're not weird.
No, I know. That's what they're just, like, yeah. So probably eyes.
My license says gray.
Mine's a green, and they're definitely not.
Well, yeah,
there's green in them, but she was like, "No, you have green eyes."
They give green more than blue, so
I'm wearing a green sweatshirt, which might have. God. Normally, when I'm wearing white, they're more bluey than green. Yeah, but yeah, she fully was confident in the decision to mark my eye color. My entire license is a lie. My height is wrong. I say that I'm a lot taller than I am.
So you're a toxic fan.
Yeah.
Hopefully, your Hinge profile isn't based on your license. I don't know. I've never seen it. What gives me the ick?
So much. Oh, I don't have my phone. I have a list in my phone.
No way you have a list.
I have a list. I have an entire list on my phone of icks. The iPad's at 5%. Okay, what are some of these? Don't laugh at my jokes. Or, yeah, when they don't laugh at my jokes. I'm hilarious. What the fuck is wrong with you?
It literally says that.
When they laugh too hard at my jokes, I'm really not that funny. When they cry on the first date, huge red flag. I've had that happen 3 separate times, and I don't know what that says about me or the men that I choose to go on dates with.
But I feel like that has something to do with you.
It for sure does.
If they're crying 3 times.
No, but like crying about unrelated things. One was he was crying about his ex-girlfriend because he felt bad that she looked like me. One was crying because he missed his mom. We'll get to that. The next one is obvious mommy issues. And the third one, I don't remember what it was about, but I left.
So maybe it's not, maybe it's like they just feel like you just have a comfortable, like they feel comfortable sharing that.
Sure. You did tell me once that I should be a therapist.
Yeah, well maybe it's that. I'm thinking that you made them cry and then I'm like, okay, no, that's
No.
Okay.
Obvious mommy issues. When they don't dress well or when they outdress me. Dirty fingernails. Clean your fucking nails. You're gross.
Yeah.
Toothpaste crust around their mouth.
So true.
Any sort of crust around any part of their body.
But if I do any of this, it's not an ick. But if you do
but if you do it, it's gross. I'm not gonna read that. I have one person in mind when I think of that.
Who?
Homie didn't drink water! Cut that part out. Rude to waiters, or rude to cashiers, or rude to old people.
Unless the rude person's old to you.
Unless the old person is rude to you, you mean?
Yeah.
You said unless the rude person is old to you.
Yes, unless the old person is rude to you, then
you can fully be rude back.
You don't.
But if you're just like
respect your elders, unless they're like
they're a cunt. Yeah. But like, just don't be rude to people.
Yeah.
If you ask me out, my assumption is that person is paying. And if I ask that person, like if I am asking you to go to lunch or dinner or something, I'm under the impression that I'm going to pay. People don't like that, apparently.
Yeah.
If you try to tickle me, get your hands off me, I will call the police.
I think
don't like being tickled.
I think a cute little like.
That's one thing. But if you are like
and won't
if
stop.
I have asked you to stop and you are like dead set on trying to tickle me, immediate no, I don't.
Yeah, like consent is a big thing right now.
Yeah.
Why is nobody talking about tickle consent? Why is that not a thing? Because, and specifically my feet, it actually enrages me.
Don't. No, and so like I can't go get like a petty.
Stop. It makes me want to like. It makes me enraged and I want to scream at you.
Yeah. My biggest, this is like not, this is just a thing that happens to people, but for some reason it icks me out. If you're trying to like pet a dog, like say a dog comes up to you on the sidewalk and you're trying to pet this dog and the dog keeps running away from you and you keep trying to pet the dog, I can't do it. Like the dog does not want to be pet by you. Stop trying to pet the dog.
This one's gonna get you. If they were to drop like, let's say a like $20 bill, and it's windy.
They're running.
It's windy and they're running to chase it.
And it's just shit that like happens to people. Like that just happens. You're not gonna like lose the $20.
I'm so mean because I do these things.
I do them all the time. There's shit that like if it happens to me and then I'm thinking in my head, I'm like somebody like I'm now embarrassed that somebody probably just saw me doing this
My
thing.
icks are things that I do that in my head I'm like, oh my god, they're definitely judging me right now.
Yeah.
And those are all valid. I don't have like a specific. My ick is like egos.
Oh, yeah. There's a difference between like being confident in yourself and being so egotistical and arrogant
Mm-hmm.
Like, now you're a cunt, and I don't want to associate with you.
It's like, you can be, like, exactly what you said. You can be confident in yourself or, like, your sport or whatever it might be, but as soon as you have to put other people down to prove that you are good or better.
Like, you're not. Now you're also a liar, because if you have to, like, degrade somebody else's ability to do whatever it is you're doing, you're not better than them. You just, you know?
Yeah. Like, and the best sports players are the most humble.
And, like, will never talk about how they're doing. Or like, if you have a conversation with them, it's always going to be like, oh, this other person is doing so well. Like, did you see how this person, you know? Like, they're always going to be talking about somebody else in a positive way, and they rarely talk about themselves. Whereas the people that feel like they have to prove that they're good at something.
Or the team lost because this person played, or the team lost because I didn't play.
Yeah.
Or...
No.
We lost because the coach didn't put me out soon enough. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, no, like, I understand. Like, and half the time, like, before they even open their mouths, I'm like, yeah, you are really great.
Oh, 100%.
You're great at your sport.
Yeah. But now that you have to feel the need to, like,
blame
vocalize
it on other people?
And, yeah, like, somebody else had to be doing bad in order for you to do good. Wrong. You're not. No. Absolutely not. Describe the other person in 3 words. Oh, God, what are 3 words to describe you?
She's something.
She's... You're truly something. You're truly something. 3 words.
And nice words.
She's a cunt. I'd say you're a very motivated person.
Okay.
Even if you don't know what you're, like... Even if you don't necessarily have, like, a super direct... This is exactly what I want to do. I think you're just motivated that you want to do something and you want to make something of yourself. And be happy. Do you think this is this hard for other people?
No.
We're really good friends.
I'm amazing. I'm beautiful. I'm intelligent.
Okay, I feel like if you're using 3 words to describe someone, you shouldn't describe physical feet. At least in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, but I feel like there's...
It's a little superficial.
Yeah, there's a lot better ways to, like, describe people.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't think of the better ways.
Can you look up words and I'll say if they apply to you?
Okay.
It's not even like
This is what 4 years of friendship looks like.
It's not even like I'm thinking of a word. I'm like, no, that's not it. Like, I just have no words in my brain.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of a single word. Okay, she's very intelligent, and I actually mean that. She's very smart, and I will get fact-checked.
Okay.
Because I'm very not. No.
No. I would not say that you're not smart. You are you're very, very smart. You don't love... like, institutionalized education.
Yes.
Like, you didn't like high school. If you had gone to university, you would have hated, university courses.
Yeah.
Not because you wouldn't do well in them.
I would say...
You were a high 90s kid all high school. Not because you liked school, but because...
I would say
you felt the need to, like, you wanted to do well.
Yeah, I wouldn't describe myself as intelligent. I would describe myself as well-spoken. Like, I speak like an intelligent person, but give me a math equation.
Well, I think it's very different. Like, I'm very, like, school smart.
You're very book smart. And you're, like, people smart, too, but, like...
Yeah.
You're very book smart.
Yeah.
So I would say that.
Thanks. I'd say you're very loyal.
Thank you!
Like, to yourself and to the people that, exist in your life. Even if you shouldn't be loyal to certain people.
Yeah.
Like, you were almost loyal to a fault, where even if somebody kind of does you dirty, not so much anymore, but it used to be, like, even if somebody fucked you over, you still felt the need to...
Because I'm like, oh, they didn't mean it.
Yeah. Even if they did. But you, like, you would never... I don't know that there's ever been a situation where you've, like, turned around and made somebody else out to be, like, this big, horrible person because they did you wrong.
Okay, I'm gonna say sensitive, and not in a way that, like, oh, if I say something, you're, like, sensitive.
No.
But just, like, to other people.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, not, like, oh, like, I say something and then you, like, take it to heart and are sensitive about it. Like, not that at all.
No.
Like, if someone came to you and was like, yeah, I have this issue, you would validate the heck out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you, like, didn't agree with it at all, you would still be like, no, I know why you're feeling that. And
yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And that's why I say you'd be a great therapist, so.
Yeah. I think I can just, like, rationalize that even though what they're interpreting from their situation isn't what I would feel from it, I can still acknowledge that that's what they're feeling about it.
Recently, I don't know if this is negative, but recently I've been confronting people a lot easier than I would have because of my, like, people-pleasing tendencies.
I don't think
that's not a bad thing. Confrontational in a bad way.
No. I think you've just stopped putting up with the shit that people do. I actually,
want to rip into myself right now. Like, what do I do wrong?
We'll do it in the pet peeves. That's what we'll do. We'll talk about pet peeves and how we're
bad
people.
Okay, so that was it for this one. So
I think so. Okay, so that's us answering random questions from Pinterest because we didn't plan anything out. We're gonna record a second episode that I don't know when it'll go up. Probably in a couple weeks, so that there's a little bit of a break. Unless people want, well, eventually you're just gonna get. This will be the entire podcast, so that'll be fun. Yeah. But yeah, so we're gonna record a second episode. But thanks so much for listening, guys. So glad you're here. I'll link all of Kendall's socials in the show notes. Go follow the Instagram, subscribe to the YouTube if you're not watching on. I feel like everybody should go watch this one. I feel like our body language makes everything a little bit funnier. We just progressively got closer and closer the entire episode. Like, now we're cuddling, but we started on opposite sides of the couch. But we also won't hug. No. We've hugged once. We haven't seen each other in so long, and I walked up to the building, like, and not seeing her for, like, what, 6 months? 7. And 7 months? And we just walked. We just, like, said hi. Yep. Yep. Which I think is a good thing. I think it speaks for that we're actually friends. Yes! Which is a good thing. So yeah, I will link all of the socials and stuff in the show notes. You guys should go subscribe to the YouTube. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a review, whatever else it is that they let you do. Doesn't make a big difference for you guys, but it makes a big difference for me. And yeah, we will chat next time. Okay, bye. Bye!